Hello. So I literally just finished a video on the importance of creating a conscious future for yourself to live into. Because if you don't, you get pulled back into a default future, which undermines your life and gives you, it takes away your sense of control, your locus of power, and your experience of self-expression and freedom. But there's another piece to it that I wanted to share very quickly, because it's different for men and women. The experience can be very similar. A lot of you're kind of stressed, you're a little bit stuck, you feel a bit like you're kind of doing the same thing and you're good at it, but it's not enough. You want a bit more, you want something different, and you can only really imagine a variation of what you've already got out into the future. For some people, they say that it's like the kind of the pizzazz of life has been pulled out a little bit. You know, there's nothing new. I could keep doing this forever, but what for? Is it just to make enough money to retire? For some people it's quite stressful because they haven't got enough money to support their loved ones. You know, they're at that point, like in the middle of the life where we've won all the early games that there were to play. We've kind of won the ones that were given to us. Children, family, careers, or we've lost some of them. I mean, you know, but we've played and we are where we are now. We know a bit about ourselves, who we are, what we're capable of, what our limits are. And what's the next half actually going to look like? And we haven't maybe had a strategic think about what that would be like and what we really, really want. And that's where it's different for men and women, in my experience. For men, often they kind of lift their head out of the trenches in the middle years and look, they've worked so hard for so long to create something for other people. And then sometimes they lift their head up and they look around and they go, all this work I've done, all this sacrifice, maybe I didn't ask the people around me what they wanted before I did this work, and sometimes it's what all the work we've done isn't actually what those around us wanted, and this can be can be heartbreaking for people because they've given everything they've got to discover that people didn't want that. And women, it's a little bit different. Often it's, again, extraordinarily generous people, but women who've given everything, literally, of their body and their mind and their soul, and I mean, work so hard to look after their families, create their families, their children, or their career, and then they reach the middle of their years and they realise that they don't actually know how to determine what they want for themselves anymore. They're so used to giving out to other people and looking out for what other people want, they don't know what they want and they don't know how to look for it. And they don't know, they realise that they're getting a little bit older and they don't know how to look after themselves the way that they need to. They don't know how to put themselves first. The instinct is always to put themselves second. I had a wonderful woman I've been working with recently, and that was exactly it. She spent her life giving and giving, only to discover now that she's time to put herself first, and she doesn't know how to do that. And if she doesn't learn how to do that, if we don't learn how to do that, it means we're not going to be able to give later, men and women. So it's a critical time, that middle years, and for men and women, it's a little bit different, the journey. And if we can bring some compassion to each other and the differences in our journey, then I think a lot of relationships would survive those years that may not otherwise, and or thrive, and people would be a lot happier in themselves, and the world would be a better place. If you have any comments, please put it, in the comments section, and share the video. I think this is an important conversation for people to have, so share it around. Thanks. Bye.